Another story is that I was talking about the money topic with my girlfriend the other day. She told me what her plan is for the future, and you know, she wants to get her life in order first. She wants to finish her master. After that, she wants to find a job and to earn money. For her, financial stability is very important. She wants to be independent and she wants to be able to help herself. And I found that remarkable. It's, for me, of course, also very important as her boyfriend. But that's the topic of today's video. How are Indonesian girls with money? Indonesian girls and money. What do you, as a Westerner, have to expect when you come to Indonesia or you want to date an Indonesian woman? What to expect? You know, what is their attitude towards money? You know, is it similar like in the Philippines, where it's a little bit sketchy at times, or is it different? I have good news for you. That's why I'm doing this video. The relationship between Indonesian women and money is different, and it's different in a very positive way. So that's why this video here for you today, to give you a little bit more information and clarity about this. I mentioned it already, and I actually mentioned this in previous videos as well. Indonesian women seem to have a different relationship with money. I will go later into the details why that might be, but it is definitely different than in the Philippines. You know, we all know these stories coming out of the Philippines, where many expats complain that these Filipinas seem to be very materialistic, or they are just scamming around, doing these kind of things. Of course, before some Filipina in the audience now is jumping up and going crazy, these are just generalizations, right? I'm not saying that all Filipinas are scammers. I'm not saying that. I'm convinced, and this is also my personal experience, the majority of Filipinas inside and outside of the Philippines are good women. They are great women, you know. But the percentage of, you know, scammers is higher in the Philippines than in Indonesia. That's a fact. I cannot give you an exact percentage, but this is based on my own experience. And by the way, I get many comments from other viewers who say the same thing, you know. Why that is, it's a topic for a different video. But in Indonesia, the women are just less materialistic, you know. Why is that? Maybe Indonesian women emphasize more on their own education. Maybe education for them is more important. I don't know. You know, I'm not saying that Filipinas are not educated. I'm not saying that. I'm just now try to guess and figure something out. But I know for Indonesian women, education is very important, because they understand the causality and the connection between having a proper education and having a job, you know, because without a proper education, it's very difficult to get a proper job. And the job market in Indonesia is tough. I know that. I have many friends. It's really tough, you know. The women, they want to educate themselves. They understand the importance of education, and they want to work. They are not lazy. Indonesian women want to work. Similar like my Indonesian girlfriend, she wants to be independent. That means she wants to earn her own money. She don't want to rely on a guy, you know, like some, let's say, Filipinas, or I don't know, you know. So they pursue a different strategy, you know, and that's good news for you, you know. I like that kind of attitude, you know, if a girl wants to earn her own money and be independent. You know, later on when you get married, okay, it's a different story. Your woman, your wife can become a housewife if you both agree, if the money is sufficient, but that doesn't matter. For me, more important is the attitude first thing. So Indonesian women want to work because they don't want to be baggage, you know, to their partners. They want to finance themselves, and that's great news. Even they have just a little income, a little salary or small money, Indonesian women, even they have small money, I really have to think really hard here, and this is one big difference to the Philippines. I have to think really hard when an Indonesian woman came to me and like through the grapevine tried to insinuate something like, or complaining about her economic situation, or complaining about that she has no money, or complaining or insinuating that she has no job, and you know, I have no load, I'd like to text with you, but I have no load for my phone, you know, or my phone is broken, you know, can I have your number? Yeah, I would love to give you my number, but my phone is broken, you know, insinuating that you might be the fool to buy her a new phone, like it happened, but like it's happening in the Philippines many times. These kind of stories never happened to me with an Indonesian woman, you know. The Indonesian women, they don't play these games. I want to be very direct here. They don't play these games, you know, and this is very refreshing, you know. I like that, you know. So this is just my experience, my opinion. So again, yeah, I find Indonesian women therefore less materialistic. That's nice, you know, and it also shows their sense of responsibility, you know. They are responsible, and they understand the importance of the concept of taking responsibility for your own life, you know. Even though Indonesia is overall and in general a very conservative culture, yes, but it is also very modern. It sounds paradox, I know, but go to Indonesia, travel there, and you know what I'm talking about. Indonesian women are very modern and actually independent, at least in their mind. And when you look inside of Indonesia, you will notice very quickly, especially when you work there, that many women in Indonesia actually are in leading positions, yeah? Be it in a company, in a corporation, or I don't know so much about government, but free enterprises, corporations, the economy, we have many women in leading positions, you know, and there is no problem whatsoever. These women are respected, accepted, and tolerated. Why? Because also inside of Indonesia, people look at the output and the education and the output of the work. They look at the skills, you know, what can you actually do and perform. This is my experience, you know, as a foreigner working with Indonesian people. I don't know how Indonesian people think about it when they are among themselves. Maybe there are some men who are jealous at women who have a higher position. I have no idea, but when I observed them working together, it was always very nice, a very nice climate, very cooperative, like a small family, like a small kampung, you know, like a small village. Everybody is helping out each other. So that's the thing with Indonesian women. They want to be independent, you know. Of course, if you are dating an Indonesian woman, you want to be the gentleman and pay for the small things. You know, I'm not saying that she should pay all the bills and stuff. No, remember what I said in previous videos. That's still a very traditional culture. So you are the gentleman, you are the man. You pay for the taxi, you pay for the coffee, you pay for the ice cream, you pay for the movie theater. These kind of things, you know. Indonesian women, yes, they want financial stability. They want a husband who can provide, who is the breadwinner. Of course, they are traditional women, so, but they are not so much materialistic, like wanting to have a big villa in Bali or driving around in a Lamborghini. This is not what Indonesian women really want. They are family focused. That's eventually their goal. And I know and this is maybe very interesting for you also to know, it was at least interesting for me to learn and understand it. I received comments from Indonesian women who actually told me that when they married their now foreign husband many years ago, this husband was actually poor. Meaning to say, he was not rich, he didn't have much money. But these Indonesian women, they did not turn their back on this guy. No, they got married and they grinded it out together, you know. They pulled up their sleeves together, and the Indonesian woman helped, worked, and they earned the money together, and now they are very well off, many of them, you know. Now they have a house, now they maybe have a farm, you know. Now they have businesses, now they have assets, you know, now they have income, you know. But when they started very small, and for these Indonesian women it was no big deal at all to not marry this foreigner just because he had no money or wasn't rich, you know. But at least the guy committed to this woman, was honest, respected her, loved her, married her. These are the attributes which Indonesian women are really looking for, you know. And when they find this, then they are, I think, one of the most loyal women in the entire world. They go through you, they go with you through thick and slim, right? That's how you say it, right? You say through thick and thin, right? That's how you say, you know what I mean. So, and that's great news also, right? For you guys, in case you are interested to date Indonesian women, you know, they will stand by your side no matter what. Yeah, I mentioned this already. So Indonesian women they are not money oriented or money focused so much, but they're family focused, you know. They want to be a great and good wife. They want to be a great and good mother to their children. They want to take care of their extended family members, but also, of course, of their own family, right? They want to just be great caretakers because that's in their blood, you know. This is what Indonesian women also are being raised to, being great caretakers. And this is what they can do best, you know, and this is what they want to perform later. Then I want to become Instagram stars, TikTok superstars. Although you have also, of course, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen in Indonesia who are striving to become a social media influencer. As a matter of fact, I know one of my friends, she is kind of that kind of breed, you know. She is also a mother of a now, I don't know, 15-year-old boy. She is divorced. The previous Indonesian husband now is gone. She married a British guy. And she really enjoys her life, you know. I mean, either she gets an allowance by her husband, or, and this is actually the only way, or maybe the husband provides with a lot of material things and she's showing it, you know, on social media, showing her nice clothes, you know, taking a lot of selfies in front of the latest beach villa, nice cars and airplanes and stuff like that. I know many of her friends actually don't really like it, that she's showing off and grandstanding and showboating. So you have these women, but it's okay, you know, I mean, let her have the fun and enjoy. From time to time you have these, she's not a bad woman, you know. Also, why that is that Indonesian women have a different relationship with money maybe also has to do a little bit with the culture. I've talked about this in different videos and other videos. There is the so-called gotong royong system. It's this kind of cultural thing within Indonesian culture and mindset where gotong royong means that, yeah, it's a community-based system where it basically means the community is very strong and is always helping out each other. So when some neighbor is in a bad condition, then the community will help out. So they have a very strong community sense in Indonesia. in the villages, in the cities, in the smaller cities, you know. So the community is very strong. Also, they have a saying in Indonesia, I think it goes like this: to eat or not to eat doesn't matter so much. The most important thing is to stay together. And there you see, there you go. This is the mindset, you know. So yeah, of course, money is important, and also Indonesian women understand the importance of money. But you know, it's not everything. I mean, also community is very, very important, you know. And so stronger you stick together, so easier it is to overcome obstacles, right? I received interesting comments over the course of the past few months. I want to share a few here. So I received comments by viewers, Indonesian women actually, who told me that they don't like fancy restaurants so much, you know, or expensive things. They prefer to go with their date or hubby or husband or partner to the beach, to the mountains, enjoy nature, you know. They don't care so much about this fancy shit, you know, fancy stuff. Also, many women said that as long this guy is not their husband, there's no need to pay for this guy, you know. So as long they are not really in a serious relationship, they don't want that the guy is paying for her, because they feel embarrassed about it, you know. It's very interesting actually, right? So Indonesian women seem to have a certain pride carrying with themselves, right? So if they go on a date and the guy always tries to pay, they kind of feel embarrassed. It's interesting, right? I told you the story in one of my previous videos when I went with my girlfriend to the mountain area the other day, a few weeks ago, and I wanted to pay for our lunch. You know, it was just a simple lunch, nasi goreng, fried rice, simple Indonesian food, $3 each per portion. But she said, no, I'm gonna have it, I'm gonna take care of the bill because you already paid for the transportation and everything. I was very surprised, you know. That's the kind of mindset you want to look for, right? And other Indonesian women also said that their fathers taught them that they should take anything for free from strangers, you know. So this is also very interesting how I don't know what they're being taught by their parents, you know. Interesting. If parents teach their own children, or especially their daughters, that they should not take anything for free by strangers or by men or by strangers, you know. Another very famous saying in Indonesia apparently is, hands above is better than hands below. This is actually, I like that statement, you know, because you guess, you know what it means, right? Hands above is better than below. Below means you're begging for money. So in these statements and comments and sayings, you actually can already dive a little bit deeper into the psyche and mindset of the Indonesian people. You dive much deeper into the Indonesian culture and their way of thinking. So they are proud people, and they don't want leftover crumbs, breadcrumbs left over on the table. They are proud people. They know how to work for their own money. They want to work for their own money. And hands above is better than hands below. Hands above refers to working, yeah, putting your hands on something, creating something, right? And hands below is just sitting there and begging, right? But that kind of mindset and mentality. Also, they say happiness, in Indonesia, happiness is simple and it doesn't need to be expensive. I like that statement as well. I really like it, you know. So these statements really reflect the condition of the Indonesian culture, and also it reflects their values. So with that being said, I hope this little video here could give you some important information about Indonesian women and how they think about money, how they handle money, you know, how they are with money, Indonesian girls and money, what's the deal with it, and what you can expect when dating an Indonesian woman. So I think there are no big issues and problems here. I can speak out of my own experience. I'm very happy about my recent chat with my girlfriend when she told me that she really is thinking about her financial independence, you know, and she wants to be independent financially. She wants to be able to feed herself, to care for herself, you know, as long as she is not married. Of course, now when you get married later, if an Indonesian woman gets married, of course she's pooling resources with her husband, right? It's just common and that's normal. Okay, thanks for watching, guys and girls. I'm looking forward to your comments as usually. Please hit me with your comments. Interested to read through them, interested to learn, you know. It's always very interesting what you have to say. I learn a lot, you know. Sometimes I even take screenshots of your comments because I keep them for future, even sometimes for future videos, because there's many interesting facts in there and I really learn. So very important that you share your comments, not only with me, but also with the community, right? And yeah, that's it for today, and I hope to see you in one of my next videos. Take care, bye bye.